Are we ready for plate?
Yes, sir.
We've already started the pickles. Arch, you ready? Oh. Can you tell I'm in holiday mode? Yes, and I'm in a Mercedes-Benz Vito Select Tourer, which means I got 8 seats in the back here. Oh, you know, there's just something about a van that is so holiday, road trip, family, adventurer, mountain biker, cyclist, surfer. None of those things, actually. But what I am is the perfect target market for this car. I'll tell you about that in a second. But first, I just want to say, because this is such a family car, I always think about things that I would want from an insurance point of view, not just obviously general insurance. Because if you go into the car section, the car insurance, hippo.co.za, you'll find one of the links there, scratch and dents. And so I put my details in there and this car, to find quotes for that. So it's 119 Rand with no excess month was my best quote that I got. Because I don't know about you, if you've got children, like Luca has no idea or concept of his body, stuff in his hands, or anything around him. So we will knock a car, we'll bang something, we bang into it, whatever. I mean, scratch and dents, okay? It's why one needs scratch and dents insurance in this day and age, But I said I'm the perfect target market, right? I am. I'm like slap bang between 36 and 55 years old. I'm a mom. I'm a working mom. And I love going away. I love it so much. And I need so much space. Okay, and that's what this car offers. Because let me tell you, the 3 of us filled this car, and Archie, okay? So 4 of us filled this car to the brim. My dad walked past while we were packing and just shook his head. It's like, what? I don't understand it. But we've got, like I said, the 8-seat version. You also get the mixto, which is like the more cargo version, right? So that's for like the real adventurer, not like me, the one who does actually cycle or mountain bike and kayak and surf and whatever. Because then you chuck everything into the back and then you still get another row of seats. That's fabulous. That's actually what I would probably need as a family of 1 child, But I want like all 8. I want all the space. I want all the chairs. I want all the options. Actually, I want a mixer and I want a Tourer in my driveway. Now, let me just quickly address the elephant in the room here, okay? Because a lot of people are like, yeah, but why won't you get a V-Class? Like, wouldn't that be the one that everyone wants? And remember, that's the Halo model, okay? That's like in a different league. It's a different car. It's not It's not like, oh, do you get a V-Class or a Vito? Like, V-Class is like celebrity status, okay? That's for like the mega wealthy, the 2.3 millionaires, okay? This is for like the average Joe who also still earns quite a lot of money. But, it's the family car, the adventure car, the hotel shuttle car, just not V-Class. Do you know what I mean? Not that Halo model. That's it. No, this is more like your Combi, your Caravelle, your Staria, your Tornado, your Transporter. We're in that territory now. Well, Mercedes-Benz is very smart, have made this more of in fact, it is now considered like a passenger car, no longer a commercial vehicle. And vans have always been a little bit commercial and a little bit industrial and a little bit like not so desirable. And I believe that Mercedes-Benz and a few of the others, I'd probably say for example with the Caravelle, etc., have like changed that. But now Mercedes-Benz offers this Vito as it's like passenger car as well. Okay, now inside is very luxurious. So even though it's not V-Class status, I find it to be really very Mercedes-Benz-esque still, and therefore very, very luxurious. It's very well laid out. The storage space in here, everything's been thought of. It's just really well put together, obviously. Look, you've still got like the creaking and that, but you've got a mush long wheelbase. It's expected on a van. You'll hear a little bit of creaking every now and again. It's not too bad. The other thing I did notice, though, is the road noise, certainly on the highway, like when you're sort of gunning it on, road tripping, is quite intrusive. So I couldn't always hear what Luca was saying when he was trying to talk to me. I don't take this as a negative, though. And I don't think any other parent would. I was okay with not hearing what was going on for 6 hours. Do you know? Pretty fabulous, in fact. Now, by the way, I may have misrepresented myself. I hate a road trip. Really, I do. And the only place I want to be going is from Cape Town to Plett. I realize what a cliche I am, and I'm fine with that. However, if I'm going to do it, because that's the furthest I'll do, 6 hours, is it has to, I love that. I want to be in a car that's comfortable and works well for road tripping. And there's very few things that can do that like a van. And specifically this, the Vito, but I'll tell you, I'm coming up in December in the Volkswagen Transporter. So I'm going to be super interested to like compare notes, after that. But for now, this is all I've got to go on. Next week, I'm getting the Ford Tornado. So, once I've done apples with apples. But to be fair, those two are cheaper than this, obviously, okay? But they're not as powerful, and they also obviously don't have the Mercedes-Benz badge. So it is not necessarily fully apples with apples, but it's van life, I'm for it. I'm all for it. So this has got a list of great standard features, obviously. The only thing, and look, it doesn't have all of them because then it would be a V-Class, okay? So the one thing it doesn't have is dual zone climate control, which I find to be a bit strange, to be honest, because like I've been in like much cheaper cars with that, and it wouldn't normally bother me, but on a road trip, if my husband and I were now arguing about what the temperature must be. Like my feet were cold, so I wanted hot air on my feet. He was hot, he wanted air on his face. That was aircon. Oh my gosh, it was a vibe. But other than that, okay, you've got your Apple CarPlay, your Android Auto, you've got a wireless charger down here. Like I say, all this amazing storage space everywhere. Dunky dunks. You can move these cup holders down here to the size you need it. If you've got a big bottle of water for a long trip, I love that. You can fit it in this side too. You've got even like a little higher up storage thing here. Fabulous. It's got a redesigned instrument panel, also latest MBUX system. Obviously, you've got this 10.25-inch touchscreen, which is easy to use. I love that you can press Android Auto, have that go back to home. It's all there. It's easy to get back to. What's not is the not climate control, the aircon. Like if you click on it, you have to get on. You've got buttons down here, thankfully, for the temperature and for the fan and everything. But if you do click on it and then it goes up onto the screen, it stays and it takes ages to get off. Okay. Then you've got these buttons to open the sliding doors, which is a fun magic trick for children, by the way, because I just go like, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, abracadabra, and then I press this and it opens and he thinks I'm magic. So love that. One thing I have done, the headrest in the middle. Okay, especially if you're on a long trip, I would probably take them out and I'd be done with them. I had to take them out because otherwise I couldn't see the car's situation behind me. The other thing that is, wow, okay, I've got some videos of it, right? So the seat like I said, I've got the 8 seats, okay? But now you can have them configured how you like, as in it can be loungy, you can have them facing forward, like I've got whatever. They arrive like a lounge. And obviously going on a road trip with a toddler and a little doggo, I can't have them here facing backwards. Like that's not great. So we had to change them around. I say my husband and I, were going to end up in divorce, so that was not going to happen. And so Mercedes-Benz kindly sent some guys to help me, who I know, to get these seats turned around. And all I'm going to say to you, if you choose this car and you want the 8 seats, choose which configuration you want it in and then stick to it. Okay, or take it to a Mercedes-Benz dealership where they've got very strong people who can help you to take these, because they are so heavy and it's not an easy thing to do, really, and it cannot be done by one person. You need help. What a pain. Okay, so I would just leave it as it is. As you want to stick to it. There's 2 new colors as well. You've got vintage blue, which is what I'm in, which I love. I think it's such a fab color. And then there's alpine gray as well. But this like really makes it like more passenger car than it does like industrial van commercial vibes, This makes it like fun and funky. By the way, you've also got some dynamic modes here. It says dynamic. Sport mode, eco mode, comfort, I think. It's got electric heated. electric seats that are heated as well, heated steering wheel, and a bunch of safety systems here as well. And I've got a fuel consumption of around 8.8 liters per 100 Ks, which, considering the road trip was done like 5 days ago, and now we've been around town and stuff. And let me tell you, we have done restaurants and beaches and sea adventures and cycling. Okay, Luke is cycling, not me. Riding his bike, basically. I'm just trying to make me sound adventurous. We have had the most divine family time, and that's what these sort of cars are about as well. Do you know, it's sort of being able to do all of that. Obviously, you've got to have some money. From a pricing point of view, okay, so we're looking at 1.265 million for the Mixster and 1.375 for this Tourer. Like I said, it is obviously more expensive than the likes of the Tornado, but the Transporter launch is today, the new Transporter launch. So I don't have that pricing. It'll come out later tonight once I film this. But maybe I'll get the pricing and it'll thick up on screen now, maybe. Guys, I'm the most divine holiday, and I'm still on holiday, but I'm working for you. But this has just been divine. I needed the break, and it is so lovely to come up in a car that is comfortable. The comfort suspension is wonderful, but it's got a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel. It's got 140 kilowatts of power, 440 meters of torque, enough power, great for overtaking, no issues. It's got the 9G Tronic automatic transmission. It's all just very refined, very easygoing. Yeah, van life. If you want to see my review of the V-Class, I did the exact same trip up to Plettenberg Bay in it in May, so click on the description above that V-Class link. There is nothing quite like being in a car that makes going away really easy. And everyday life, I imagine. If you've got a lot of kids, if you need the space, if you've got even not a lot of your own children, but you transport a lot of kids, soccer practice or kids' parties and those, This car really is just fantastic. I know it costs a lot of money, obviously, so it should be good. But there are a lot of cars that cost a lot of money and aren't great. This is not one of them. You have to put your shoes on.
Yeah.
Oh.